welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to share with you my tips and tricks to grow long, healthy, relaxed hair. So remember, if you guys like these types of videos, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you guys subscribe. Also, don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any more videos from me. Now, there is a disclaimer. I do want to remind you guys that I am not a professional. I do not have a cosmetology license. These tips and tricks are things that work for me to grow my hair nice, long, and healthy, and I just want to share it with you. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. Okay, you guys, so my first tip is to get a fresh cut. If you're holding on to damaged, brittle, split-end hair, it can cause more damage than good, so make sure you cut it off. Cut it off, let it go. Start with a nice fresh haircut, a nice fresh hairdo, anything that makes you feel motivated or excited about starting your journey to healthy, relaxed hair. Okay, you guys, so if you're not new to my channel, or you are, this is a tip that I do take myself. If you guys have watched me, been following me for a long time, you know I have cut my hair plenty of times, and every time I cut my hair, it came back longer and healthier than ever. So make sure you're cutting off those split ends. You definitely don't want to leave split ends. All they do is just go up the shaft of your hair and damage all of your good and healthy hair. So getting rid of damaged, brittle, unhealthy, heat damaged hair will definitely kick off a good hair growing journey, in my opinion. So please don't hang on to long scraggly ends or damaged hair, heat damaged hair. Cut it off, let it go, start fresh. Okay, you guys, so my next tip is one that I have been preaching for years, and that is to be consistent. If you're not consistent on your hair journey, if you're not consistent on being dedicated to growing healthy, long, relaxed hair, then you will not reach your goal. The reason why I say that being consistent is the most important step for healthy hair is because most people nowadays want instant gratification. They want to see things happening right away. They want to see their hair be better in 2 to 3 days. They want their hair to grow 4 or 5 inches in a month, but in reality, that just will not happen. Now, what happens if you can put some weaves and stuff in your hair? Then you can get, short hair today, long hair tomorrow, but in real life, in reality, you cannot grow your hair that fast. So you need to be consistent. And to be consistent, you need to have a simple regimen. Most people start off with a regimen that has 20, 30 steps, all these complex and intricate, like decondition here, co-wash here, do that here. That is too much. You cannot stay consistent if you feel overwhelmed, weighed down, and if stuff takes too long. So make sure when you're first starting off, everything is super simple. It doesn't take you any time to do your hair regimen, and it doesn't take you any time to style your hair. That way you're more likely to be consistent, you're more likely to do it on a regular basis, and you're more likely to succeed when it comes to growing long and healthy hair. Being consistent leads me to my next tip, which is to have a simple hair regimen. Having a hard hair regimen, a super complicated with a million steps, is going to be the death of you. When I first started my hair journey, it was super complicated, and I found that I couldn't stick to it. I was skipping steps. I wasn't doing everything that I was supposed to do, and I felt like I was really failing at the one thing that I wanted to do, which was have healthy long hair. So you want to make sure that when you're first starting out, you're doing things that will help you stay motivated and help you to succeed. Okay, so my super simple regimen includes washing my hair once a week, and when I get ready to wash my hair, I will deep condition on dry hair, then I will wash my hair, then I'll do a quick conditioning, then I'll do my leave-ins, and then I will go on to styling my hair, whether it be blow drying it out and then flat iron it, whether it's doing a roller set, or whether it's doing some flexi rods or something like that. But my hair regimen does not take all day. It doesn't take me hours upon hours to do my hair, and that is what you need when you're first starting out, because that'll help you stay consistent, guys. So now you got a fresh new cut, you got a simple regimen, you own your shit. So what's the next thing you need to do? you need to have a goal. Having a goal and having what you want to attain by doing this journey is definitely going to help you stay more consistent. So for instance, when I started, I had a short-term goal and I had a long-term goal. So I do believe that everybody should start with a short-term goal and a long-term goal, because you want to be able to have little milestones that you accomplish before you reach your long-term goal to help you stay consistent. If you only have a long-term goal and you've never reached anything that brings you joy or makes you proud or anything like that, you're not going to stick to the journey. So for instance, for me, my short-term goal was to just completely have good, healthy hair. When I first started my journey, I got a fresh cut. My hair was still damaged. It still wasn't healthy. It wasn't like moisturized. It wasn't shiny or anything like that. So my first goal was to get my hair healthy. And then once I got my hair healthy, then I could move on to more short-term goals until I reached my long-term goal, which was to be bra strap length. So having short-term and long-term goals can definitely help you progress on your hair journey and help you remember why you started your hair journey and keep you excited about reaching that long-term goal. So even though you finish your short-term goals and now you reach your long-term goals, you don't stop there. At that point, that's when you step back and you reevaluate what it is now that you want to do with your hair. So for instance, my hair is healthy now. Now my hair is bra strap length. So my next goal is to go ahead and keep my hair long and healthy, which is a chore within itself, because if I slack on getting my trims, if I slack on getting my deep conditions, I could possibly revert to having a damaged hair again. So just because you reach your long-term goal doesn't mean the game is over. There's nothing else to do. When it comes to healthy long hair, you have to continuously take care of it. And at that point, my goal is to maintain the length and the health of my hair that I have now. So just remember short-term goals, long-term goals, and then once you reach that goal, stop and reevaluate what it is that you want to do next. Do you want to grow your hair even longer now that you've reached your goal? Or do you want to experiment with color and things like that? Or do you just want to maintain what you have and keep it nice and healthy just the way it is? So just remember to reevaluate, have goals, and that will help you get where you want to be. Okay, you guys, so my next tip is super funny because this is something that every person who starts a hair journey does. This is what they become, and it's a really common thing, but I'm gonna give you some tips and tricks of how not to do it. So I want you to be a responsible product junkie, okay? If you have never heard of a product junkie, let me go ahead and break down the definition for you. So a product junkie is somebody who wants the latest and greatest products that come out, and they will buy every single new product that they see somebody have, that they see advertised on TV, and they do this all the while having products at home that already does the stuff that the products that they're buying, or they haven't even tried the products that they have at home. They're still new, haven't been opened, and you're still buying new products. And all that does, it really complicates your hair journey when you're first starting out, because what it does is it makes you excited, you know, to try a bunch of new products all at one time, and that can actually damage your hair. So for instance, let me give you an example. Say you bought a shampoo this week and you used it, and you used the conditioner and you did your hair and it was all good. The next week you decide to use another shampoo and conditioner instead. You know, you really like that, and now it's 3 or 4 weeks later and your hair has changed. Your hair is drier, brittle, you know, maybe you have moisture overload, protein overload. And the reason that could be is because you're mixing too many products. Being a product junkie and all the chemicals that go inside of those products don't necessarily always mush together. So I always say that I like to use shampoos and conditioners that go together, because I know that when the people created the formula, when they created that product, they were meant to work together. So using all types of different products in a short period of time can lead to damaging your hair or results that you weren't expecting. Now, I'm not saying that you should never mix different lines or you should never do this, but introduce stuff into your hair in stages. So if you start off with this line of shampoo and then the conditioner ain't really working for you, try one conditioner for a consistent amount of time to see how it works with that shampoo, because some conditioners may not work with that shampoo. You may have to find another conditioner that works for you that works with that shampoo. So it's kind of like a trial and error when you're becoming a new person on a hair journey, but being a product junkie could have adverse effects if you don't be a responsible product junkie. So just make sure you think about that when you're buying all these new products and other things like that. So if you notice your hair is acting different, doing something weird, step back. Maybe it's the products that you're mixing together in a short period of time. Remember, introduce new products as you go in a reasonable amount of time. I usually don't change or introduce new products until I've tried them for like 30 days. So I'll do a shampoo and a conditioner for 30 days. If the shampoo works, I'll keep it. If the conditioner doesn't, I'll try to see if I can find another conditioner that'll mesh with it, and I'll use that for another 30 days with that first shampoo. And if I don't see any adverse effects, if I don't see my hair drying, if I don't have protein or moisture overload, then I will move on to, leave-ins, heat protectors, things like that. So just make sure you're being a responsible product junkie. Okay, guys, so my next tip is to use less heat. If you know anything about the hair community and you've done your research, then you know this is the #1 reason that people's hair is damaged. Everybody preaches use less heat, use less heat, use less heat. There's a reason why they keep telling you to use less heat, because heat is the #1 thing that can damage your hair, and it can damage your hair quickly. You can get heat damage from using a flat iron just one time, a blow dryer just one time, having the heat up too high on your hooded dryer. Heat is meant to damage things. Heat is meant to warm you, but even if you get warm with heat, if you use too much, you can get sick. So the same thing goes for your hair. If you put too much heat on your hair and you flat iron every day and you blow dry every day, you are damaging your hair, and it will break off, it will get dry, and you will have split ends. Okay, guys, so let me just give you some examples of how you can tell if you have heat damage. Usually you don't need to be told this, but if your hair is dry, if it's brittle, if you have split ends, if it's a breaking off, that is signs of heat damage 101. Okay, so dry, breaking off, split ends, is brittle, that can be signs of heat damage, and that is when you need to stop and reel back on using your heat. Use other techniques like maybe flat iron your hair less, using heat less. So say for instance, if you use heat 4 times a month, maybe drop it down to 1, then drop it down, or drop it down to 2, just depending on what the thing is. Or if you don't really need heat at all and it was just something you were doing, completely eliminate heat until your hair is back in a healthy state, and then reintroduce it into phases. So for instance, when I first started my hair journey, I used to flat iron my hair once a week, and then I noticed that my hair was kind of dry, I was getting split ends a lot, and it was like breaking off, and I didn't understand because everything else I was doing was completely what I was supposed to do. My regimen was simple, my products worked well together, but yet my hair wasn't thriving. So I had to take a step back and see what my symptoms was with my hair and kind of research what was going on. So I found out that my hair does not like a lot of heat. So I stopped using heat. So now I only use heat about once or twice a month. I definitely do not flat iron my hair more than once or twice a month. I definitely cannot go 4 times a month or my hair will be damaged. So you have to really learn what your hair likes. Now, I'm not saying that if your hair it likes heat that you have to stop using it, because I know people who flat iron their hair almost every day and it's long and healthy and pretty, but that's not for everybody. Everybody's hair type is completely different. So just make sure you're being aware of and paying attention to how your hair reacts to heat, and then take the appropriate steps. Okay, you guys, so the next and last tip that I did, and this was the most important tip that I used to grow long, healthy hair, and that was to do protective styling or low manipulation styles. Protecting styling, low manipulation styling is the best thing you can do to your hair. Just leave it alone. If you do your research, I tell y'all, do y'all research. If you do your research through the hair community, watching YouTube videos, reading blogs, you will know people hair thrives. People's hair grows, people's hair succeeds when they just leave it alone. If you're doing too much manipulation, you combing too much, you brushing too much, you washing too much, you can cause more damage to your hair. You can't sit here and shampoo your hair every single day and think it's gonna be healthy. It's gonna dry out, because that's what shampoo does. It strips all the moisture out of your hair to get all of the dirt and the buildup off of your scalp and your hair. So if you're shampooing every single day, that's not healthy for your hair. So don't do too much. So step back, leave your hair alone, get you a wig, get you some braids. With low manipulation styles would be like a braid out, a bantu knot, something where you don't have to do your hair every single day, where you don't have to touch it every single day. Because touching your hair and pulling on it and doing this and doing that and all of that, it causes breakage. Me just raking through my hair through my hand could cause breakage. I could have hangnails, things like that, and this is called manipulating your hair. Anytime you're touching your hair and doing this all day, that is manipulating your hair, and you could be causing breakage and you could be causing damage. So protective style, low manipulation styles is my #1 thing to grow long and healthy hair. Just leave it alone. Okay, you guys, so that's all of my tips for today's video. If you like my tips on how to grow long and healthy hair, please give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any more videos from me. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.